Welcome to the Wealth of Wellness. If you have any questions about seed oils, stay tuned for today's interview. Cherie Calbom, celebrated worldwide as the Juice Lady, is a trailblazer in whole food nutrition and the juicing revolution. With a Master of Science degree in nutrition and a passion for transforming health through fresh, vibrant foods, she has authored 36 books that have collectively sold over 3.5 million copies. Her global bestseller, Juicing for Life, alone has empowered 2 million readers to reclaim vitality. Her latest work, The Truth About Seed Oils, exposes how the heart healthy myth made us sick and how to heal with real fats. From serving as George Foreman's nutritionist to advising the royal family of the UAE, Cherie's influence spans continents and cultures. Her passion for wellness is deeply personal. After losing her mother to breast cancer at the age of 6, she devoted her life to empowering others to prevent disease and reclaim their health through nourishing whole foods. A dynamic voice in wellness, Cherie has been featured on Fox News, NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, CBN, TBN, and It's Supernatural, inspiring millions with her message. Health is not just a goal, it's a lifestyle. Yes, absolutely. I love that. Cherie, welcome to my channel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me for our favorite topic, right? Health.
Yes. And thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with me. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I started my journey sick in my 20s. I had chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. Nobody knew what to do about it. They still pretty much don't. And after I went to a few doctors and no one could help me, I thought, I've got to take some control for myself, figure this out. And I talked to some people at health food stores and discovered my diet was horrible. All wrong. I loved junk food and fast food. I hated vegetables. I was a sugaraholic. No wonder I was sick. So I embarked on a new journey. I thought this is the only tool anyone's given me, so I'm going to start this. So somebody told me about juicing. I got a juicer, did a 5-day vegetable juice fast. On day 5, my body expelled a tumor about the size of a golf ball with blue blood vessels attached that looked like they've been cut. I now know, having gotten my degree in nutrition, my master's degree, that was called angiogenesis, the growth of blood vessels to tumors to feed them. And what I was using was nature's, or God's scissors, we call them, the phytonutrients that cut off that blood supply, like apigenin and luteolin. And there are many, many others with all sorts of strange names, but they cut off that blood supply. And I saw it right before my eyes. And boy, that got my attention. I thought, wow, this is powerful. And I was probably following in my mother's footsteps, I'm sure. And if I hadn't made the changes, I wouldn't be here today. But I thought, well, tomorrow I'm going to wake up well. No, I was on a journey, and that's what holistic health is. It's a journey of healing. It feels like a couple steps forward, maybe a step or two back occasionally, as your body is cleansing, detoxing, getting rid of junk, and renewing, replenishing, replacing cells, getting rid of old dead cells. That's just all part of that renewal process. We were designed for this, but we have to give our bodies the right tools. So that was my journey, and I thought, I'm sticking with this. It's worked. I mean, I have this incredible proof that something happened. So I kept juicing. I added in vegetables, ancient grains, legumes. I went mostly vegan that summer, and in 3 months I was well. And it wasn't that just boom, one day I got healed and woke up feeling fabulous. It was that my body had been working all along. It was just that one morning I felt wonderful, just wonderful. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go back to Southern California, my friends, my lifestyle, because the West has a cure mentality. You do this, you get over it, you go back, you enjoy your life the way you did, and so I went back with my friends, and their bad foods, pizza and burgers and fries and fried chicken and milkshakes, and yikes. And my symptoms started coming back, and it was like, uh-oh, I can't eat this. I can't live like this. I can't live like they're living. I have to live a different way. And I wanted health so much. When you taste wonderful health, you don't want to lose it ever. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to embark on a new journey then, but it was a two-step forward, one step back also. How many bites can I get away with? How much can I eat that is bad for me and not pay a price? And I started learning about food hangovers and wow, I can't do much of this and maybe I can't do any of this. And I had to let go of sugar completely. No more sugar ever, 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 because I just could not do sugar. And so my body was speaking to me. And that's what I tell people now as a nutritionist. Listen to your body, get it cleaned out. It will talk to you. And there are some things none of us can do. And seed oils is one. We're going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
And sugar and additives and preservatives and junk food. I mean, we were not meant for that. So we were meant for real, live, vibrant, whole foods, the way they were created, and not all stripped in a factory and shoved out in a bag, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been a
Well,
learning journey.
well, so you learned about this in your 20s?
Yes.
Amazing. I learned about this in my 40s. So I feel like I lost 2 decades of my life um, because I just wasn't feeling great. And, my focus is on helping women with their monthly symptoms. No one had ever told me, and I work in healthcare, and no one had ever told me, we never learned this, we never told it to our own patients that food and exercise and sleep were all affecting my hormones. So
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I'm glad you found out early in life and you were at least able to, start the process. And it is an evolving process, right? Every day is a new, fresh start. And I too, I notice it when I eat better, my symptoms are less. When I deviate too much, for the holidays or a wedding or a vacation or something, my symptoms come back. But at least now I know which foods are causing my symptoms, which foods I can, eat to make them better. So I'm aware of that fact. So I'm glad that, um, we both have found this journey and we're just trying to teach others about it now.
Well, knowledge of your own body is priceless, really. And you're right. When you're aware, at least if you do something bad, you know what caused your illness or your problem or your headache in the morning or whatever. You know what you did,
Yeah.
and you come to a point eventually where you say, "I don't want to feel like this anymore." I love waking up feeling good, and I love having energy and sleeping well. And so, yeah, it's a trial and error, and we learn as we go. But oh my goodness, when you talk about menstrual problems, for years I had those, and those continued into my late 30s. And then my naturopath suggested I go on the anti-candida, the yeast anti-candida diet, a yeast-free diet.
Mhm.
And when I did that, I cut out all yeast and sweets and fruit and pickles, I mean, fermented things, lots of stuff went out the door, and no more breads or anything like that. Wow, those symptoms went away. I stopped having menstrual cramps, and I'd had them so badly that there were times where I couldn't go to work for a day or two. It was just like I'm curled up in a ball on the bed, moaning and groaning. And once I did that diet and got that yeast under control, I didn't have any more cramps. Uh, Blood flow, excessive, I had had before, stopped, and I just felt normal and regular. And when I read about what normal looked like, it was like, wow, I never knew what this looked like. And now I experienced it. So it was totally amazing and life-changing. And for the problems that so many women suffer from the bloating and the headaches and the misery, you can get rid of it all. You don't even
Yes.
have to have hot flashes. You don't have to
Yeah.
have any of it.
Yep. You're right. And you're talking to two women here who have been through it, right? We both had the severe symptoms. They're gone. So it is possible. I see it with the ladies I work with all the time. So there are a lot of different foods and things that affect our body, right? But today we're going to talk about seed oils. So tell me, first of all, what are seed oils?
So I'm going to name them first, and they're often referred to as vegetable oils. There are no vegetables in them, and they're made from seeds. And they are canola, which is rapeseed, grapeseed oil, corn, soy, safflower, sunflower, peanut, rice bran oil, and cottonseed oil. Um, so the first tier is what we eat most of, and we eat them in, don't even know it, in a lot of packaged foods, even health food store stuff like crackers and chips and salad dressings and mayonnaise and on it goes. You can pick up almost anything at a store and even a health food store, and it's going to have a seed oil in it. And it may be just labeled vegetable oil, or it might be labeled the oil it actually is, like canola or a safflower oil. But none of these are good for us. And they have been shown now in research to be linked to a whole host of problems. Like we're going to talk more about it today, metabolic disorders
Mhm.
and cancer, heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue syndrome. It's linked to fatigue. Uh, Anxiety, depression, and even aggression, a lot of emotional issues. People don't even know why they're having them. And they have linked them in studies right back to the seed oils. I call them the silent killers because they're tasteless and odorless, and we don't even know they're in there. It's just that our food tastes juicy and it's moist. It has a good, we think, a good oil in it, and they're not good oils. And they wreak a lot of havoc in our bodies. And when people get them out, pretty much, I don't know that maybe in our lifetime we'll ever get all of them out, but we can get them under control. We can cook with a good oil. We can buy packaged foods that are better for us, right? And don't have those oils in them. And we can choose to eat at restaurants at least some of the time that cook with good oils. And there's a list of those. Go to seedoilscout.com and you can get the app for your phone. They have a free trial going on, and you can find the restaurants that don't serve those seed oils. So we can do our best. And there, and like you said, there's a celebration at a restaurant with friends or family, or there's a wedding, or there's a birthday party, and there's just stuff in our life because we celebrate around food all the time. There's always food, and so there's going to be stuff, and we have to live our lives, and enjoyment is part of wholeness and happiness too. So we have to live our lives. And somebody said, "I don't know if I can ever cut it all out because I go out with my friends." Well, you probably can't, but just do your best, right?
Yeah. I always say, if you're eating healthy about 75% of the time,
Yeah.
use that 25% to enjoy life, to go out, to have the meals with the friends. It's more what you do on a daily basis than what you're doing at a wedding or at a holiday celebration, right? It's that
Yeah.
everyday eating. And I know you mentioned a whole host of diseases, and I know these things affect the whole body, right? It's just everything: heart disease, diabetes, cancers, unexplained chronic illnesses, right? There's so many different things: menstrual cramps, reproductive issues,
Yes.
the rates of infertility are rising, right? Like there's so many things that these foods affect. So now talk about what are the healthier oils.
I love giving you the list of the good ones because here's what you can't have, but here's what you can have.
Yes.
And these are becoming more and more popular, so you can find them everywhere. Olive oil, of course, has been ancient and here forever, and it never went away, thank God. But coconut oil and avocado are also very, very good oils. Sesame oil is great. Buy it cold processed for sure. All of these should be extra virgin or done in a processed in a traditional way. And then ghee, clarified butter or oil of butter, we know as that's another good one. And butter and even ghee got such a bad rap for a while when people were on this kick of, oh, no animal fats in your diet of any sort, not even ghee. And oh my, we went crazy on that for a while. That did us a lot of good. We got sicker and fatter and as a nation. So those are your good oils. And then the cold pressed ones, the omega 3s, we have such an imbalance. It's like a teeter totter. I think I mentioned this before of the omega 6s to the omega 3s. We're way out of balance. We should be 1 to 1 to 4 to 1, and we're about a 15 to 1 omega 6 to omega 3. And some people are hardly getting any omega 3s. So, what are the omega 3s? flaxseed and flaxseed oil, hemp and hemp seed oil, and fish oil, and fatty cold water fish like salmon, of course, wild caught. Those and walnuts and walnut oil, and you can have some walnut oil, and walnut milk. I just made some homemade walnut milk the other day. Wow, is it good? So put that in your coffee in the morning or on your cereal, or make your morning smoothie with that, and you're getting some omega-3s. But I think about how many people are probably not getting any omega-3s in their day. You know, if you do a fast food breakfast, go through the drive-through for something, and you do a fast lunch, like a burger and fries, and I don't know, maybe you order out for dinner, you've probably had no omega-3s in your day.
And
Well,
lots of omega-6s.
and then we've got all these sixes, and we've got a horrible imbalance like this. And what does that cause? Inflammation. That
Yeah.
is directly related to inflammation. And inflammation is at the root of every disease. Like you just named them, I named them. We've got a host of problems. And like you said, lots of new things, new names and new stuff coming on of disease that people are experiencing. And nobody's giving them a tool to get to the root of that. Here's another new medication or a medication for this, but it's not getting to the root of why
Yeah.
you've got that problem.
Yeah. And I think the thing that a lot of people overlook is that our body does need the healthy fats, right? It needs the omega-3 fatty acids for cell growth and for healthy skin and, protein formation and this and that. So it's definitely needed. So you have to get it in your diet, and you just have to make sure you're getting the right fats, that
Yes.
um, the ones that are good for the body. Um, so a lot of my audience is moms who are busy with kids. Do you have any tips for them on how to make healthy meals for the family?
Oh, goodness. Okay. Um, I love big main course salads, and you can do fun ones like taco salad, and even crumple up some good chips in there, and, and then all sorts of steamed vegetables, and you can make them fun. I mean, maybe put a little cheese on top or something, and then baked fish or chicken or grilled things. You can do vegan meals that are fun. And I've done roll-ups, sandwich roll-ups with lettuce, like your favorite filling, and then roll it up with a lettuce
Right.
leaf and
Yep.
stick it together. And those are fun. You can make fun dips for kids, like with almond butter, even, or a great tasting hummus and some cut up vegetables. Those are kind of some lunchbox ideas. You can get some good crackers that don't have seed oils in them, and they're out there. You just have to do a little hunting at your health food store, and have some like nut butters in there for the kids to put on their crackers. They're whole grain crackers. So, and then I love hummus for snack. Just dip a few vegetables in there. My husband and I sometimes just want a quick snack, and don't we all? And so I try to keep hummus around. You can get organic hummus, and just cut up some vegetables really fast, or have some already cut up and dip them in, and you're good to go. I also try to keep salsa around, and you can get great salsa, also medium, hot, low, and again, a good dip. You can, and we're all probably every family is going to have chips from time to time, but look for the ones that are cooked in avocado oil or olive oil. They're delicious, and they're so much better for you. And you can get the whole grain ones and the organic ones and the blue corn chips, that are cooked in avocado oil. Much, much, much better for you. And have some salsa out there for the kids, and they'll enjoy it. You can get almond flour tortillas now, and they're beautiful at Costco, of all things, and organic, and they make great like tortillas or roll-ups or whatever you want to do with them, but they're fun, and I love to cook with those. So those are a few ideas. I could just keep going, but
I know. It's so I have three teenage boys, and since I was pregnant, I think I was like, I knew I had to feed them healthy and get fruits and vegetables into them. So I did a lot of work with the Sneaky Chef, where you puree vegetables and put it into like there's the marinara sauce and all these things. So I still do that. I add flax seeds, ground flax seeds to their pancake batter and their muffin mix. Um,
ideas.
Yeah, so there's endless things that we can do. And before I used to like not tell my kids, right? That I would just be like, these are muffins. Do you eat them? Now that they're older and they understand, I'm like, listen, the muffins we eat at home are much better for you than the muffins you eat like at the bakery or when
Yes.
we're on vacation. So they're also becoming aware of that. Like they'll say, Mom, is this the good stuff or is this like, and I'll be like, yeah, this is my homemade sauce. It has all the veggies in it. It has hemp seeds in it. It has all this stuff in it. So they're becoming aware of that.
That is great.
Yeah. And the one like tip that I gave them when we're at a wedding with a buffet or like when we're on vacation and there's a buffet there, I'm like, at least just pick one fruit and one vegetable on your plate and then go explore. Like try something new, have what you want to have, but make sure you're getting at least a vegetable and a fruit in your plate before you leave that buffet and stuff. So I'm trying to instill these healthy habits in them too to save them many years of trouble, hopefully.
I love that. Young. Oh, you'll save a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Another thing I didn't mention, but it's a fast breakfast, is a smoothie where you can
Yeah.
put a lot of great things in a plant-based milk, and you can even make it yourself so fast in a minute or two you can make them. And some fruit, fresh fruit or frozen fruit, and some protein powder, and you can tuck in some greens and they won't even know they're there. A little spinach, like you're doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
some hemp seeds or flax seeds into your smoothie. So that's like breakfast in a glass, but fast and something you can do quickly in the morning, but it's going to be very sustaining.
Right. Yeah. Love that. So if you want more tips on how to feed your kids healthy meals, get in touch with Cherie. Um, so now talk about your new book, The Truth About Seed Oils.
Yeah, so it is just rolling out and it is replete with lots of information like I've given you. I've got some very practical tips for you, like smoke point of each of the oils. And smoke point is very important to know because if your oil starts smoking, and we've all done it, turned around, came back, and whoo, what happened to my pan in my oil? But it's denaturing and it's creating lipid peroxides, aldehydes, other toxic stuff. So we want to watch our smoke point and know which oils are high heat oils like avocados high, which have to be lower like coconut and olive need to be a little lower. And then recipes. We've got over 50 recipes of how to incorporate good fats and oils, fun recipes, practical things, things you can use every day in your kitchen, and how to shop wisely and how to revamp your kitchen without tearing it all completely apart. And how to maybe make some slower changes. But, start with every time you have to replenish something, get the right thing, get the right oil, and start working that way, and then start reading labels. And then we've got the science in there for those of you that love to know why are we doing this and why are you saying it? It's all in there.
Nice. Amazing. And I think by the time this video comes out, the book will be just coming out. When was the date? The published date?
April 28th, official release, but it's available on Amazon now.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, you can go to Amazon right away and order The Truth About Seed Oils and get started right away to making healthy changes for you and your family.
Yeah. And I love what you mentioned. Like, you don't have to do it all at once. Just as you're buying a new bottle, just buy a different one or a healthier one.
Exactly. And you're replacing your crackers or your chips, just replace
Yep.
them with a good oil in here, cooked with a good oil. You buy a new mayonnaise, like an avocado mayonnaise now instead of your old one that you used to buy. So every time you replenish something, think about, okay, what brand am I going to choose that's got a good oil in it?
Yeah, I love that. Because I say the same thing for health in general. Like don't overhaul your whole life. Just pick one thing. Is it exercise? Is it nutrition? Is it sleep? And then once you get used to that one thing, and then, just like you're shopping, once you run out of the next thing, you go buy the other good stuff. So lots of quick tips in there. Um, if somebody has a question or they want to learn more about you, where can they find you?
So come to my website. I'm also known as the Juice Lady. So juiceladyinfo.com and get your free gift. I have a free booklet. You can get 7 anti-inflammatory juices and read more about juicing, health, plant-based milks, good oils, We've got a lot of stuff up there. And I would love to connect with you on Instagram at Juice Lady Cherie, Cherie. I've got a new reel that comes out almost every day where I'm showing you how to do something. And this week we're focusing on plant-based milks.
I
How
think I saw that. I saw the one that you did the other, you were talking about the walnut milk. I think I saw that reel.
Yes, and it's so good for you. And we don't think about doing these different nut milks. You can make your own oat milk, uh, walnut milk, cashew milk, almond milk, and delicious and so much better for you. And there are no fillers and emulsifiers in there. It's just nuts and water and your good sweetener like stevia or monk fruit and a pinch of sea salt and a little bit of vanilla. And
Yeah, that's it.
it tastes so much better.
Yeah. Awesome. So I will put the link to the book and your social media handles, your email, everything in the description box so people can connect with you real quick. I definitely learned something new today. So I hope my listeners learned something. Um, I just want to thank you again for being here with me.
Thank you. Thank you for your show and the wonderful light you are in the world, waking especially a lot of women and their families up to nutrition, what it can do for you.
I'm trying because I know I suffered and I didn't, I don't want anyone else to suffer. So, um,
Don't either. And that's the motto. You don't have to suffer. And I'll leave you with what one patient said to me. Nothing tastes as good as good health.
yes, I love that. So that's where we're going to end. You ladies will hear from me in another video.